What's up, Internet? We are back with my N64 multi-card nonsense. Streams might be a little weird this week, mostly because I have to do a lot of moving and nonsense for some stuff, so unfortunately it might be a little weird. I now no longer have a carpet, so it's going to sound extra echoey in here, which is fantastic. But last time we did some stuff, and we got to the end at Rally Challenge. Next is Rally Challenge. I'm a little worried it's going to be the exact same game, and I barely remember the previous one, but we'll take a look. I'm sure it is actually the exact same game, but we'll see. Hopefully, it's a different Rally Challenge. This looks familiar to me. This looks familiar to me. This looks familiar to me. Did they put the same game on twice? I mean, they have before already, obviously, but... Come on, title screen. This is the exact same game again. I'm not counting this. That is also... It's been a week or so since I last did this, but I remember that. I'm not counting that game. Screw that noise. That's not fair. So let's go to the next one, which is not Rally Challenge. It'll be Rampage World Tour. I believe this was the first Rampage game I ever played. I don't remember liking it very much. But they've got a nice, sort of for the time, rather sensible CGI environment and start screen. Let's go. We can pick George, Lizzie, or Ralph. We're obviously going for Lizzie because Godzilla's freaking awesome. Not the best kaiju. Let me just be completely clear. Best kaiju, clearly Mothra. But I do happen to like Godzilla. The first one is a incredibly harrowing tale about, anti-nuclear war and stuff. And it's just a must-have film. You should go watch Godzilla if you haven't. If you haven't seen Godzilla, you're probably a bad person and you should work on that. But either way, this is Rampage. The whole point of Rampage is to destroy the buildings. I believe you can just stomp on them and eventually they'll fall apart. And it's basically just destroy the thing, try not to get destroyed yourself, and eat all the people. I think the original story of Rampage, so much as it had a story, or it might have been introduced with the later versions of Rampage, was that there was like this cynical company making like this soft drink that was like horribly mutation based or something like that, and all these people like somehow got a sample of it. That girder's bouncy, so it's fine. Gonna eat the newsstand, even though it was gross, and I just puked up because Rampage. And I'm gonna eat you. This looks delightfully pre-rendered compared to the previous Rampage, the original one on the arcade console. This is arcade console, arcade cabinet. This is definitely like a much nicer looking version of Rampage. Although I'm not really all that familiar with Rampage. I think I played this game and didn't care much for it. And I have a Wii Rampage game, although I genuinely don't remember how far I got into it. I know there's another Rampage on the N64, which is interesting because you go to like different planets into space. Although I think the original trio of characters is not available in that game, which is kind of a shame because these characters are kind of iconic. If it looks good, eat it. But the whole idea is basically just destroy stuff and don't get killed yourself. It's basically just a fun, goofy kaiju romp, which is fine. You know, it's better than like most of the actual official Godzilla games out there, but that's because most of those games are just awful. Although there was that really nice PS2 like just monster stomp about Godzilla game that was quite good. And really, as long as you're just here for a goofy monster time, it's fine. It's serviceable. I don't think Rampage is ever going to be my favorite game ever. I don't think I have the history with it, and I don't think it's that fantastic a game. I think it's a little too slow-paced for my liking. But I do like that it's complicated. You don't want to, like... You're not invincible, but it does feel like you're a little too squishy for what is ostensibly supposed to be like some kind of killer kaiju, you know? Get back here, police car, smash. Get back here, person, eat. See if I can Eh. There we go. I can swim in the water. I think I've eaten everything. Oh, that didn't look... Oh, and now I'm a mostly naked lady. Let's not pay attention to that. It's fine. It's in good jest and stuff. I think I've kind of destroyed everything at this point. I think at this point it's just stuff that's flying this way until it's dead. Local flavor bonus. But you know, I do appreciate what this is compared to the original Rampage. Like the original Rampage was this but less interesting looking. This one, it feels like they really put a lot of effort into the presentation to it, which really helps. I think it makes it look a lot more humorous, a lot more silly. It's kind of like being on the opposite end of the EDF games, which, I mean, I love those games, conceptually. And, you know, just stomping around a village, it's fun. I don't think this is a terribly complicated game. Get over here. Ah, not you. You, not you. You, there we go. Now I'm going to eat you, and smash you, and then smash that, and you. I see, so the bouncy buildings you have to smash a little bit extra from, that's fine. Gonna eat the group of kids. Gonna eat that. Climb, 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 climb. Stomping down the buildings. It's really an inefficient way. It's really an inefficient way to do that, but it does feel good to just stomp the buildings down. You can conversely like just smash all the windows and stuff and take the building down that way, but it's really slow to do that too. I think that's really the issue I have with Rampage. I think if Rampage was functionally a much faster game, I'd like it more, you know? Smash. Climbing up and then smashing this building down because it feels good to do that. But I do think that this is a fun, sort of goofy, lighthearted time. And, you know, if you like the kind of goofy cynicism of, you know, a corporation creating something that toxic for people and being totally fine with it, you know, it's fun, it's humorous, it works. I like Rampage. I don't think it's great. It won't be my first, you know, go-to arcade game to play ever, but, you know, I think this game is good enough. That said, I think we've already seen most of what this game has to offer. Pig out bonus! Ah, I got struck by lightning. That's not fair. Stompy, 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 stompy. This building doesn't want to be stomped down because it's too well built. Curse those structural engineers. They did too good a job. But I am determined to stomp this building to the ground if I have to. And I did. Oh, that feels good. I don't know about, like, the bouncy buildings. Like, stomping on them, it doesn't feel really like it indicates that, you know, stomping on this X number of times will destroy it, you know? It feels like you're just going to bounce forever on it. So I feel like that's not necessarily the most indicative of things to do. It feels a little obtuse. Can I destroy the modern art? Yes, I can. Tourist trap. Obviously, I need to eat that. Get out of my way, tank. I'm eating tourists, you stupid tank. Go away. Ah, that was delicious. Greasies. But where's the burgers? Ah. I wanted to try and stomp on that, but I'll save you, person with balloons. I need to save the person with balloons. That's my job. There we go. And by that I mean I ate you. Oh, that guy went splat. Okay, that's silly, but I like that. It's the reverse side of Rescue the Embassy mission right now. Oh, I like that game. That game is fun. It's not a complicated NES... Well, actually, it is a pretty complicated NES game, but it's not a big NES game. It's got one level, but even so, it's a fun game. I would love to see like a modern take on... Well, a modern take on it's basically, what is it? The Ghost Recon games or whatever. It's some piece of Tom Clancy nonsense I don't care for. Oh, little birdie. I wanted to eat it. I wanted to eat the thing that was being pulled by the helicopter, but I couldn't. There's a guy in the river. Can I eat him? Obviously, I gotta try. I couldn't eat the guy in the river. Alas. But that was Rampage. It was exactly what I expected it to be. Although I gotta admit, I kind of like Rampage more than I remember it. I don't really like Rampage, but I had more fun with that than I was prepared to, really. So next is Rampage 2, Universal Tour. This game, to me, looked like a lot of fun. I mean, it's literally Rampage again, but, you know, it's bigger and more bombastic. I think this game exists because the previous version of Rampage did such a good job. Except now there's alien guys. So let's start a game. 1 player. Wait, hold on. Start game. You can have up to 3 players, but 4 players is out of the question. Okay, so 1 player. So it can be a rhino, we can be a crab-looking thing, we can be a mouse. I think we're going to be the crab-looking thing. I mean, I want to be the Godzilla, let's be honest, but I guess I'll be the weird alien crab thing. Obviously, we gotta rescue Lizzie, because she's the best. This is basically more of the same. As we've seen before with stuff like Cruisin' World, Midway was kind of on a tear of not only like re-releasing all their stuff on the N64, but making sequels to it like crazy. So I'm guessing that their arcade remakes and reimaginings probably did at least relatively well enough to justify it. Go away, tank. No one likes you. There you go. Climb, 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 and stomp this thing down. Just gotta pretend I'm the J-Bomb from Blast Corps and stomp everything. Stomp. Stomp. This building doesn't quite have the same structural engineering prowess as that other one. I could have eaten scissors. Don't eat scissors. It's a bad idea. Gonna eat you. Keep stomping. So I guess this is like a direct sequel. I mean, obviously, it has a 2 in the title, but, you know, it's like we're rescuing the characters from the first Rampage. So they went on their Rampage, and it was a grand old time, and now it was now. And now we need different monsters to go rescue the previous monsters. Even though I don't think I had any inclination that the monsters were actually food. I want food. Give me food. Ow. Food. Where is food? I had no inclination that these monsters were really affiliated with one another. I'm pretty sure they were confused humans that were being slowly mutated into stuff. That was how I understood it. And if that was the case, I don't think I would necessarily identify with other giant monsters that, hey, they're buddies. Outside of maybe sort of like a, you know, Godzilla-style team-up in the sense that, hey, the humans are being jerks, let's just team up and take them all out. So I'm not sure why necessarily these kaiju want to rescue the old ones, but we destroyed Beijing! As a creepy crab thing. Save game! No, I don't need to save, thank you. Moving on! Thank you, indie loading screen. Okay, I'm pretty sure we're in Korea now. Buildings look suspiciously like the same buildings from China. That's fine. What's the glowy? Full health? Rock and roll. We want the glowy things. You know, I appreciate that it took as long as it did in the previous game for us to, you know, run into tanks, because tanks are assholes. I kind of appreciate not having to deal with them, honestly. Oh, there's burgers and pizzas. But no pizza burgers or burger pizzas. Missed opportunity. Boombox! Okay, so this is one of those bouncy buildings that are just... They don't look like you're doing anything to them. Do I have to destroy this building? Ah, I do. Okay. Climb, climb, climb. Oh, I can't stomp this thing. The moment you get to the top, it just knocks you off. So you're going to have to do this the old-fashioned way. Do it the boring way by just super punching. Punch. There we go. I mean, obviously I'm going to focus on the buildings. The buildings are the interesting bit. Moving on to Seoul, South Korea. I think that's how you pronounce that. The only reason I know that Pyongyang is North Korea is because of the bizarre game they put out for their tourist industry, which is... it was this weird driving game where you ostensibly had to look at all the sites to, like, make you want to check out North Korea's tourism industry, which was peculiar to say the least. I should play that again. I think it was called like Pyongyang Racer or whatever. It was literally just driving these very, very, very poorly thought out courses and stop to look at monuments while some lady chastises you for being in the same car as her, basically. I haven't thought about that game in forever. Alright. Hey! Sorry, Seoul. But we did destroy you. Give me back my Godzilla friend now. Who I guess is my friend. To Shanghai! We have 1 p.m. day 4. The one who finishes with the most toys will win. Well, unless I'm competing against human beings, I don't think it's that much of an issue. Although I think this is ostensibly like a bonus game type thing where you're supposed to, well, now that there's opposition, maybe not. I was thinking, you know, if that's the case, who finishes with the most toys wins, then that's a sign that I'm supposed to be playing with someone else, and it's just going to be the sake of getting more points for me. Which would be fine, I guess, but... Oh, there's an ice cream cone. I thought that was something that went with the electrical on the other. Oh, let's see if this building has amazing engineering. It's big. Got a furnace. Got a dolly. Got a crock pot. But it does not look like we're running into any food. Also, this building does not have amazing engineering like that other building that took like 800 stomps to break. Alright. I will say there's something very cathartic about destroying all the buildings in a level. I mean, that's the whole point of why Blast Corps was such a good game, really. To Hong Kong! Destroy all buildings. That didn't break. Ah. Okay, I wasn't trying to face plant. I was trying to fall onto that to do that. Okay. I will say that little, like, white and red building down here looks... Oh, that's a vehicle. That vehicle looks suspiciously not quite as good as the buildings. Like, it looks like it was ripped from a completely different game. One with a much less good art style. Whereas this is trying to be kind of... Well, it's all pre-rendered 3D CG. Well, it's 2D, but it's pre-rendered CG that's supposed to look vaguely 3D. Oh, hold on. Climb down. Oh! You're not allowed to do that. I want the watermelon. I tried to grow a watermelon this year. It didn't work out so well, but... Watermelons don't normally grow in Canada terribly well. Certainly not in freaking ice-cold mountains. But I've done it before. I was very proud that I managed to do that. But not this year. Stomp. Stomp. I don't want to eat red paint. Ooh, I do want that watermelon though. Yum. I've heard salt is really good on watermelon. Like, it brings out the sweetness of it. But I've never actually tried it myself. I should try that next time. But I just want to stomp all the buildings to the ground because it's the most fun. Oh. I will say, I think I'm having more fun with this game, and I think it looks better and feels better. Even though it plays almost identically, it does feel a little bit more responsive, maybe a little better. Oop, want that. Bananas. Bananas! Gonna climb up this and stomp. Boing, 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 boing. That should do. I'm getting good at timing those. I could go after all those people, but I just want to destroy the buildings because it makes me feel super special. I'm the building destroyer lobster thing from Kalamazoo. Stomp. Oh, we got another huge building. Let's see if the structural integrity of this building is much better than the previous one. Nope. I mean, I do appreciate that the buildings seem to be easier to destroy than the previous game. Ooh, taco, 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 taco. Not sure how good the taco industry is in... I think we're in Hong Kong right now. But, you know, I will have tacos. Tacos are delicious. Although I'm very boring with my tacos. It's just like, I'll have meat and cheese and done. Destroy your building before the timer runs out. Okay. Climb, 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 climb. Stomp, 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 stomp. Oh, I gotta climb up here, don't I? Fine. Well, this is annoying. See, this was what I was happy about, is we didn't have to deal with this nonsense. I get that this is not the best way to do this game, but it's the way that makes me happiest. This game does seem to have a nice, like, pull of objectives. Like, they seem to actually have more objectives than the previous game, which is nice. That did nothing beyond that point. I just destroyed the top bit of that. That's weird that didn't carry all the way through. People can be helpful when you're feeling low, and by that, when your health is low, eat people. Carrots. I had some delightful carrots earlier today. They were fresh, delicious. I quite like carrots. I'm not sure there are too many root vegetables I like. Like, potatoes are pretty great. Carrots are good. But, like, what other root vegetables do I eat? Not really anything. I used to eat beets when I was younger. Like pickled beets used to be quite a good snack, but I don't know. I just didn't like beets after a while. Also, they stain your hands like blood red if they pickle them. It's nice that there's a rain effect in this game. Like, it's keeping it visually interesting, even though the buildings in this entire chunk of the world are all ostensibly identical. Yeah, this game isn't bad. Like, I'm not exactly playing this optimally. And it's more Rampage, which isn't a game I'm super into, but honestly, it's pretty fun. But I think we gotta move on. Still, you know, if that game was like $5, I'd buy it. Actually, speaking of, I took a look at that Power Rangers game because I was curious what it cost, because I was just so surprised at it. That game actually costs a fair bit of money. It's like $45, $50. Which is surprising, because it's like, you know, if that game was like maybe $10, I could buy that, I guess. On to Rat Attack. This is a game I'm not familiar with. I think I saw like a screenshot of it way back in the day, and it looked kind of interesting, though. I don't think I've ever heard of Pure Entertainment. But let's see what Rat Attack is. Okay, so we gotta pick our cat. We can be Hijinks, Sparky, I kind of like that design. I think that's Manx? I don't know how that's pronounced. Muffy Dupont. Kind of like that design. That's a cool design for a cat. Bobcat. We actually had a bobcat walk through our front yard today. That was kind of freaky. They were huge. Alright. Do I want to be that cat or this cat? I guess we'll be this one. Theme select. Okay. Can select house. House music, I guess. Ready to save the world again, Cat Scratch. Good, because evil mutant space rats, Washington and Jefferson, have returned from exile. Is this a sequel? Okay. I don't know if this is a sequel or not. I'm not really familiar with this game, but, okay. Start smashing the rodent menace and find Pearl. Remember, you are trapped with rats. Your eradicator over destructor to finally destroy them. Then use your rat counter reaches 0. I'll beam down a scratch door, transport you to the next level. Okay. Okay, so what are the buttons? Okay, so that's... C modifies the UI. That's interesting. Hold down A to move and lay a trap. Oh, okay. Okay, hold down and move to lay your trap. Yep, I'm doing that. Now, do I have to let go at any point to lay the trap? Or do I just have to, on the rise inside, release the button? Okay, so I gotta, like that. Okay. Okay, this is kind of awkward, but I'm kind of feeling this. I think that's the end of the level right there. Okay. Okay. This game is a little weird, but... Okay, so I gotta catch 5 mice this time. Oh, there's a jump button this time. Okay, fine. Can I hold multiple mice at once? Yes, I seem to be able to do that. Now, is there a reason to do that? Do I want to actually, like, hold multiple mice at once and get rid of them all at once? To get a bonus, like in Flicky or something like that? What's on the table here? Hey, don't eat the rubber ducky mouse. There we go. Through the door. I think this would be a pretty solid party game. For sure. I mean, I've never heard of this game, but at least I don't think I have. I might have seen a screenshot of it forever ago, but... Okay, so if you get hit, it actually knocks them free and you want to deliver them. Okay. Also, they're spelling extra, not unlike the Bubble Bobble things. I think if you get that, you get one of those things. Okay. I'm not sure what those things are or what they do, but whoop. Plop them there. Oh, I got another one of these things. I don't know what those things are, but I got them. Grab this. Oh, I think I gotta get there in 10 seconds or it will, like, just eject me or whatever. Okay. I'm not trying to say this is a great game, but I wouldn't say it's a bad game either. Like, you know, this seems kind of fun. Oh, I don't think we want to walk on the nuclear rat symbol. That seems like a... Oh god, there's a big angry nuclear rat. Okay, yes, we don't want them to walk on the nuclear rat. That's what we've learned today. But knowing that they're going to go straight for that, we should be able to, like, lay traps. I have all the rats in my pockets now. Oh, lightning makes you move fast. Noted. I don't mind this game. It's interesting. Whoa, okay. So that throws fireballs. Noted. So that's a pressure plate that, like, affects physical objects here. Oh no. No, don't let all the rats go. What's this? Did I just make a new thing appear? I don't know. Go away, rats. No one likes you. Eh. I'm surprised I didn't get hit by that. Alright. This is a new feeling level. Is this a boss? Ah! Ah! Okay, so I'm fighting some kind of like chihuahua looking thing. Run away! I don't really have anything to do that will actually let me damage this thing though. Whoa! Okay, I definitely need to get him to tag the walls. Jump! There we go. This game kind of has a Tom and Jerry feel to it. Ow. I'm actually not super familiar with Tom and Jerry. Like, I had the movie when I was a kid. And it wasn't a good movie by any means. But I remember after watching that movie, I actually did find like a cartoon of Tom and Jerry, and it weirded me out that they didn't talk. Which is particularly weird because the voice acting in that movie was terrible, but of course Tom and Jerry don't actually talk outside of the context of that one terrible movie. Well, you know. When that's sort of your childhood and your frame of reference, anything different is going to be kind of weird. Ah! Okay, I think he's just, you gotta get him to do that multiple times before it'll count. Because he, like, gets wise to your tricks, so he just sort of rebounds after the walls a few times. And then after you do that, he'll take damage. It's kind of just dumb. It's not like this is super well designed by any means. He made a him-shaped hole in that wall. Whee! Alright. Splendid work! Next stop, the garden. We've got a new invention, the Duplicator, a fiendish device that will expand the rat population. Watch out for teleporters. You'll also find treasure. See if you can unlock their mystery. One last thing, look out for scratch pads on the floor. Walking over these will make sure something happens. I'm familiar with that. This doesn't feel outdoorsy. I think it's probably because, like, the grass is very clearly, like, two colors. But I feel like I'm inside with, like, just a green carpet, you know? I feel like I'm in an Animal Crossing house with weirdly green... Oh god! Go away, dog. I'm trying to save the world from evil rats that are using generic stock mice sound effects that I've heard in a bunch of other games. Whoop! Okay, grab that. Now, is that dog on a timer, or is that because something's triggering him? Either way, we're done with that level. This game isn't bad. You know, I wouldn't pay a ton for it, but, you know, I'm enjoying it more than I thought I would. Okay, so I see the number 7 on that. Does that mean I have to... I think I know what I have to do. Okay, 2, 3, 4, 5... Oh. I see. So what it is I have to let the rats get hit by the lawnmower. Okay, let's see what's in this treasure chest. Bonk. Hey, you're not allowed to do that. I don't think it's going to spawn anymore because I have them all in my pockets. And I can't spawn more. Oh. Oh. Okay, I guess you just have to get rid of X number of rats, and that solves the problem. Woo! Super speed! Like, I wouldn't pay a lot for this game, but, like, again, you know, if you get it for like $10, maybe, it would be fun. It would be fun to kill an afternoon playing this. It said hurry up, but I'm not sure what that... I mean, obviously it refers to I'm taking too long, but I'm not seeing any sort of indicator of a time limit. Alright, well, I think that'll do for that. That's not bad. I'm more impressed with that game than I thought I would be. Alright, our next game is Rayman 2, The Great Escape. So this is the sequel to Rayman. This was also my intro to Rayman. I was not terribly impressed with Rayman. I actually think this is one of the worst platformers on the system. I even think that its predecessor, Tonic Trouble, was a better game, although I haven't played either in forever. This is easily the worst version of this game that I'm familiar with. There might be like a Game Boy Color version or something I'm not familiar with, but this particular version like axes most of the content, of course, because it's on the N64 and it had to like reduce the file size as much as possible, so there's not really too much audio in it. I remember this game being one of those weird games where at one point in the story the game just tells you stop, go back, and collect all the Mario coins in the level or you can't progress, which I gave up at that point. The only other thing I really remember about Rayman 2 was that I got it for free from the local grocery store on the PC because it had some like Coca-Cola promotion. I think I still have that disc somewhere around too. But this is a version that I rented when I was a kid. Also, it requires you to use the memory pack to save stuff. So if I wanted to beat this game as a kid, I had to do it in one sitting, which was not fun. I'll tell you that much. Can I skip this? Nope. There's 1,000 lums. You gotta collect them all, by the way. Except at one point, this guy eats one, if I recall, so there's actually 999. If I have one thing I can compliment this game on, it's more sensibly designed than the original Rayman. The original Rayman looks great. That's the one good thing you can say about that game, because it was a bunch of arbitrary invisible flags in very weird places. Sometimes you'd have to like run to the end of a level where there'd be nothing of any sort of indication there, only to cause something like at the start of the level to spawn that you had to go and, again, not really any indication that there was anything there, and then you had to go all the way back to the end of the level. I remember lots of invisible crap in the original Rayman. I also remember that being the game that you had to get like 75% the way through before you could run, which is not a great design choice. But they unlock running about 75% of the way through. It's a shame, because I remember seeing the original Rayman in like a magazine and thinking, oh, this game is amazing looking, and it was. That was the big strength of the original Rayman. But the game itself is very not good. Also, Glowbox was introduced here, so we're just assuming that they've always been friends. There's no greater explanation for it, really. Well, they're trying to give Rayman a great and amazing plot. Also, this has nothing to do with the original Rayman in terms of story. The villain, Mr. Dark, doesn't show up in this game at all. Neither does Dark Rayman, who won't show up again until Rayman Legends, which was the first really good Rayman game that I ever played. I remember reviewing it many, 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 many years ago and thinking, wow, I really hate Rayman, and I must just dislike all of them because, like, the majority of all the games, in that all the games in the series I play, I absolutely hated for one reason or another. Then I played Rayman Origins. Played Rayman Origins for review and thought, wow, this is amazing. This is actually a really well-designed game. Why the hell did it take this long to get a good Rayman game? And, you know, if it took this long to make a good Rayman game, why use the Rayman license at all and just make a good game with a different license? Or make its own license? Did we really need Rayman to be connected to any of this? Because none of these games have anything to do with anything. Really, they're all just a bunch of nonsense that's disconnected from everything else. But, you know. Oh man, I can't wait till I get to play the predecessor to this game, because before they made this game, because they didn't think they could make a Rayman in 3D, they actually made a proof of concept game and then released it as a full game. It was called Tonic Trouble. That game is very weird. Because first of all, depending on which console you played it on, because it was on both PC and N64, as well as which region you played it on, they had a bunch of different changes. And I'm looking forward to talking about that. But I remember Tonic Trouble being a better game than this. And I think in hindsight that's probably not the case, but I just remember disliking this game intensely and thinking it's like the worst RPG, worst platformer on the system, even though I can think of many that are objectively worse, like pretty much all the Gex games. There's this one really objectively god-awful platform on the N64 that I rented several times, and for some reason, some goddamn stupid reason, I feel like I want to do like a full Let's Play of it, and I have no earthly idea why. It was called Starshot, and it is such a bad game. Actually, fun story, when I got this cartridge, the first game I played was Starshot, and I could not tell you why I felt I needed to. But you can get lums, and you need to collect them. Whee! I want to play Rayman Origins again. That game was great. Rayman Legends was particularly good too. It had lots of, like... Are these things enemies? I don't think they'll do anything to you. But I really want to play Rayman Legends again. Like, that had daily challenges and all sorts of really cool stuff. That was a cool multiplayer game, but I had no one to play it with. I tried to get some people together to play Rayman with me, but they never wanted to, which is sad. Speaking of, like, the weird mosquito things, the original Rayman was kind of weird for that, too, because in the first stage, like, the first boss you fought was a giant evil mosquito, but, like, halfway through the game, you were just riding it, because I guess you were friends now, and I guess they're probably related to these guys. But, I mean, like I said, the plot to Rayman, regardless of which game you play, is disconnected nonsense that has nothing to do with really anything. Grab that. But I remember a lot of people thinking very fondly of this game, and I'm just not in that position. I didn't have any fond memories. And I kind of wonder if I had a save pack back in the day, maybe I would have liked this game more than I do. So maybe it's time to go through this at some point. He's been eaten by pirate robots, don't worry about it. It's fine, little baby nonsense things that I think might be frogs. It's fine. There were a few other really weird Rayman games. Like, I never played it, but I think it was Rayman 3 was like a foot race mixed with like a weird arena fighter. Mixed with like an obstacle course, I think someone told me about at one point. Like, there's just been some weird Rayman games. And of course, I don't think anyone really remembers it, but Rabbids. Rabbids came from Rayman. Rabbids was a spin-off of Rayman. The first game was called Rayman, Raven, and Rabbids, where the whole idea was Rayman was trying to escape from the Rabbids who'd captured him and forced him to do gladiatorial party games. And then after that, they kind of became their own thing for reasons I don't understand. Okay, so it's just... the moment you press, you stop. So jump, and jump, and jump, and jump. Got it. Oh, we want that cage opened. So let's see if we can... There we go, we saved the teensies! Who can't agree on who's king, so they have to share the role. I remember this. This was one of the few things about this I remember thinking was actually quite clever. They're all kings of the teensies, so they have to share the role. He's the king, he's responsible. Nope, it's him. To be fair, this game had some clever jokes and solid writing. But, I don't know, I have such bad memories of this game. I remember, like, everyone I've met who's brought this game up in conversation, they say they love this game, so I might have to try and play through more of this game, honestly. We arbitrarily need collectibles in order to actually go here. Now fling yourself into the void. And maybe you'll find your arms. And legs, because you don't seem to have those either, Rayman. I want to point out, Plock did the whole not having connected limbs thing first. No, I don't want to save the game. Okay, yeah, so if I remember correctly, there's like, as you can see right there, there's 50 lums. If I remember, there's like a stage that requires you to have all the lums in order to beat it. And that just... Oh, that almost... I was afraid that was going to kick me to the... I'm pressing B to try and speed through this nonsense. I just want to play the level. Oh, let's start. So start doing that. As long as it doesn't kick me to the main menu, that's the problem, because I haven't saved and I don't really want to. Just let me go to the next level, please. Alright, so, now, Raymond, you must collect all the glowy things. Boing. And now we're doing some Gex nonsense by clinging to walls and ceilings. Ah, Gex. Part of me wants to go back and try and play those Gex games, and part of me really doesn't. Like, I had to do that while I was doing this multi-card, and that was enough. But at the same time, I feel like the world needs to remember the bizarre failure that was Gex. Never gotten a chance to play the Game Boy games. I saw them in a garage sale once, but that was back when I was like 5 or 6. Swimming not advised. Ow. I wasn't swimming. You can't do that. I wasn't swimming. Okay, so red lums don't count. Only the yellow blah 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 blah. Yellow ones. Talking is hard. Okay. Is there something over there? It looks like there is something over there, so we're going to go back. And it looks like just a piranha sign, so it looks like I've just wasted all my time. Still, that piranha's there. Maybe I should start swimming over there and it'll be fine. I'm betting it won't be, but maybe. Okay. Oh, now we're seeing some of the pirate nonsense. Okay, we hit the switch, we open the door. Easy enough. Okay, collect that. Now we could fly over there, but maybe there's a reason to go up this way. Whoa! Raymond, you slipped. Plock wouldn't have slipped. Plock would have had a million power-ups and some awkward, really terrible vehicle segments, but he would not have slipped. Actually, the great thing about Plock, aside from the fact that Plock the video game exists and was actually pretty cool and ahead of its time, was that the developers of Plock ended up like making this huge webcomic of Plock. I don't know if it's still going, but it went for a while. I think it had several hundred chapters, and it was actually quite interesting to, see What happened to Plock after the adventures of Plock. It was interesting. And I'm probably the only person in the world who cares about Plock, but I liked Plock. To be fair, Kizu, this was probably that Rayman game you've played. I'm pretty sure this was on the PS1. And if that's the case, you played a much better version of this game. Although, to be fair, I'm not sure that would have been analog-friendly. Whereas this version is, which is probably the one advantage it has. Oh, that guy wasn't there a second ago because object spawning. To save on memory. So the game doesn't crash. Gotta admit, the game looks nice, though. Some nice bespoke animations that are contextual based on the environment. That's pretty cool. Plock was fun. I liked Plock. It was too hard. It was too damn hard, and even the people who made it admit that. But it was a good game. And if you're interested in Plock, go read the Plock comic, because the Plock comic is actually quite good. And it went on forever. And they made references to the other things that the people who made Plock did, such as Wetrix. And not much else, actually. I think they did Wetrix and Plock, and that was kind of it. But the cool thing about the Plock comic was it was done by the people who made the actual game. So they were willing to make, like, jokes at their own expense for it, which is funny. I haven't thought about Plock in a while. Plock is pretty good. Way too hard, but pretty good. I know a lot of people like to give credit to Rayman for being the guy with the detached limbs, but Plock did it first, damn it. Get it right, or don't get it at all. Man, at some point we're going to get to play Tonic Trouble, the prequel to Rayman 2. That's going to be a weird game to talk about, but I'm excited to. I made a review about Plock like forever ago. Oh, I think this is like the one scene from this game I remember where there's a big tree here and you can climb up it. And then there's like some aerial nonsense with updrafts you can play this. For some reason, like, this is the one thing about this game that I really fondly remember was this one room, and I could not tell you why. Oh, it's not that one room. Sorry, it'll be a later room that's quite close to now, though. But yeah, go read the Plock comic, it's quite good. Alright, we have pirate nonsense. I do have a copy of this game, but I've never really bothered playing it. I got it at a garage sale, mostly because it came in this bizarre green plastic. And that's really what struck me. Is, oh, this is a weird green cartridge, I'll take it. Oh, it's Rayman. Well, you can't win everything, I guess. Alright. Oh, here's where we first get to meet the villains of the game, the robot pirates that have nothing to do with Mr. Dark from the first game. But again, there's basically no continuity in Rayman, and it's basically just nonsense. He's gonna blow some stuff up, so we gotta stand in the way to make stuff blow up. I think there was a shed or something he needs to blow up to the side, but I'm not seeing it. Doesn't seem to be any doors around here. Maybe I'm thinking of a later part of the game. Alright, into the sewers! Because sewer levels. Oh, crap. Come on, Raymond. You've got this. You know, I don't think I've ever... I was about to say, I don't think I've ever reviewed a Rayman game, but I did Origins. I literally just went on a giant diatribe about that fact. I haven't done any of the other Rayman games. Maybe I should at some point. I mean, Legends goes without saying because that game's amazing, but the others at least deserve to be talked about just because of how weird they were. Although I've got lots of issues with them, as I've, said as we've gone through this. Oh, no, don't drop anything when I'm right here. Thank you. Climb up, Raymond. Ah, we can destroy the band-aid with our little flingy light thing. It's fine. I mean, I think I've played damn near most of the bad 3D platformers on this system. And in spite of that, I still think this is one of the worst. Even though I swear everyone says it's a great game, and it probably is, but I just don't like it. Can't go that way. Although if we turn off the camera and tilt it, it sometimes respawns the lights, and that's again just deloading from memory. Alright. That's not what we're looking for. That's what we're looking for. I do have some memories. Oh hey, this guy. Can you come here and shoot this for me? Or am I supposed to get someone else to do this for me? I just remember there being that there. Combat in this game is not great, but it's not horrible either. I don't think I really ever enjoyed combat in this game, though. There's not a lot of nuance to it. Just lock on and shoot and hope. Grab the powder keg. This is what we're looking for. Yeah. Let's go, Raymond. Blow the thing up. And that's how we get another cage free. Get some more lums. Alright, so now we have all the lums ever, except for all of them that we don't have. I think we just need another powder keg and to backtrack. Okay, you can throw that straight up, but oh, we gotta climb this, I see. Okay. That wasn't immediately clear to me, but... Hey, we got some lums over here. These lums weren't captured. They were smart lums, but not smart enough to not get away from the pirates. I guess the pirates were just lazy or something. Oh! I'd rather not get murdered by the lasers. Okay. Ah, there we go. I see. There we go. Okay, so we got a laser defense grid, and we're just gonna have to go the lasery way. That's fine. That means it's the most stylish way available. This kind of reminds me, combat-wise, a little bit of like Mega Man Legends, but not anywhere near as nuanced. Okay, there. Now we've locked that door open. Onwards. Oh, more laser defense grids. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, what do we have down here? Here, I believe, is where we get the next power. Because I don't think we're making that jump. Oh no! We're dead because lightning. We need to free this person. Sure, why not? Okay. Ooh, green. Which I think just heals me a whole bunch. Okay. Throw it high, press A. Throw it far, press B. Got it. And now for some reason this thing will throw homing bombs at us. Which are 2D sprites that will always face the camera. Because of course it will. I think you can throw it straight up and catch it. And that's the trick. Throw it straight up, catch it, then move on. That's what you gotta do here. So throw up, catch, move on. Go, 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 throw! Ah, flee! Raymond does not have much health left. Ow. He now has significantly less health left. That's because of my own ineptitude. Okay, that's gone. Let's keep moving. Just keep moving. You know, if this was a much better platformer on the N64, there would be a physics system in place and an aiming reticle. And probably more jazzy music. And carnival tickets. And the ability to design your own theme park roller coaster. And paintball. What I'm saying is this game is not Rocket Robot on wheels. And it would be significantly better if it were. Up! Alright, that's 2. Now, does that spawn bombs if you don't have a keg? It doesn't look like it does. Okay. Keep moving. We got this. No problem. I said no problem. Alright. And auto aim activate. Boom! Hooray! And now we freed this lady, who does not appear to have a nose, but has some places where her face polygons kind of intersect. Yeah, we gotta do something about those pirates, maybe. Possibly. I can give you one, though. Oh my god, I gotta collect all the crap. Except I don't want to. I don't want to deal with this. Reunite the 4 masks. I remember this. I remember having to deal with one of these, like, masked spirits, and it was a pain in the ass. Couldn't I just wait, you know, a little longer and have you gather more energy so I can get all the powers and then do the adventure? I guess not. And now we get to deal with purple lums. Because grappling hook mechanics that don't work super great. I remember these being really awkward. Hey, we got more lums that weren't there before. And there we go. I need to collect more lums for lum collecting purposes. I don't think the stages in this game are normally this long. I think this is just sort of intro stuff. Whoa! Okay. Activate Herocopter. I missed the lum. Is there fall damage? Doesn't look like it. So with that in mind, let's test that theory. Nope, no fall damage. Hooray! Splat. Uh-oh. Well, I'm dead. There wasn't fall damage. But there was that guy. I went live as soon as you got off work. I went live at about 4 a.m. my time. Herocopter activates! I'm dreading having to go to bed because I gotta do a bunch of like moving crap for the next few days. Because someone's coming to clean the vents and it's like, oh, we gotta clean everything, and it's like, oh... I don't disagree, but the fact that you're doing this, like, right now is just annoying and frustrating more than anything. But I do get that it's important, so, you know, I like that I still have a carpet, but I don't now, so everything's more echoey, but otherwise things are just kind of annoying right now. Oh, nice. Well... I'm glad you could take your extra time and enjoy this. This room! This is the room that I remember. This and that tree from before. These are like the two things I fondly remember about this game. And I don't know what about this room I particularly like, because it's not that special or anything, but I'm just kind of whimsical about it. Alright. Now I'm hearing the rattling of a cage, but I'm not seeing any cage. Hey, Jet Wolf! Nice to see you here. I do not envy you playing Rayman 1. I don't. Like, that game looks good. That's the one thing it has going for it. Everything else about it is, like, the worst. You know, for the longest time, and I think I said this while I was playing a bit of this earlier, but, like, I just thought I hated this series, because I remember seeing the original in a comic, and I thought, hey, this looks cool. Played this on the N64, hated it, and played a little bit of the first one, hated that, and it wasn't until I got to play Origins that I realized, hey, Rayman could actually be a good game. But it's such a weird series in general, where like every game in this series is a completely different thing. You know? Like, again, I think it was Rayman 3, or it might have been like a spin-off, but one of them was like this weird foot racing arena thing that I just... Someone told me about it, and it sounded like they were making something up, but I looked it up and it's like, no, that's real. And then, of course, Rabbids kind of took over all of what Rayman became, which is probably why we're not going to get a Rayman Legends 2. Which is sad, because Rayman Legends is so unbelievably good. I like Rayman Legends. Now I gotta fling the thing. And now we grappling hook. Whee! Alright, we freed the teensies. Their energy will make you less vulnerable. I'm not sure I believe that, but okay. Woo! I think Plock would have already saved the day by this point. I think Plock's a better Rayman than Rayman. I don't really want to continue Rayman. But I still think Tonic Trouble was a better Rayman than Rayman. Granted, I haven't played that game in years. I just remember that game for being peculiar for all the different versions. Or all the changes between the, like, two different versions that exist. Alright, so. 2, 3, 4. Next we get a Razor Freestyle Scooter. This is definitely going to be great, I'm sure. And I'm not dreading this at all. That's by Crave Entertainment. Never heard of Titanium Software. Warning! If you ride a scooter, you will mess yourself up, so never ride scooters. Continue without saving. I've never played this game before, but I think I've seen this menu before on other stuff. Okay, so we can play as Ryder. Oh, we can play as Chad or Amy. Well, that kid's got a broken hand, so I'm guessing he's not that good. We'll pick the lady who seems to be in one piece. Choose my scooter. Red, obviously. Okay, so this is basically a crazed robot has taken your friends. You can complete challenges to save them. So this is basically Tony Hawk, but with a scooter. What's the jump button? What's the trick button? Jump is C down. That's not great. That's not a good start. Okay, so what's the grind button? It's not that. Okay, so C right is brake. C left is nothing. C up seems to be nothing. Okay. Let's try... Okay, it's not the shoulder button, or at least not the R shoulder button. Come on, L shoulder button. Nothing. Do a flip! I'm not gonna say this is like the worst sports extreme skate whatever game I've ever played, because I've played the Disney themed one that was part of the Disney sports line. But this is making me wish I was still playing Rayman, and that's hard because I dislike Rayman. Oh god. How do I press all the buttons and see if I can actually do a grind on something? You know what I miss? Jet Set Radio. That was a game where you just had to jump near a thing and you were grinding it. You didn't have to put in weird combinations to do tricks. You didn't have to worry about balance meters. It was just have fun. I love that game. That game is so good. It's like the goodest thing. Eh. Did I get 30 wheels, earn 100 bonus sections, pull a 6,000 point combo, extreme score 30,000, grind 600 feet. I don't know how to grind 1 foot. Okay. So we have 2 minutes to do something in this game. Oh, holy shit. Okay, how did I do that? I think... Let's try this again. That wasn't it. Come on, get me near a rail. Because I think I pressed C right and I just sort of like weirdly angled myself. Nope, that wasn't it. I think C right is just like the nebulous trick button. So get all tricky. Like the SSX game. Oh, this game is not fun. Now granted, I don't really like Tony Hawk's Pro Skater in any capacity. I've played most of them. I don't know why I've done that, but I have played most of them, but I don't like them. But this is bad. Oh, crap. You know, if an evil robot ate my friends because scooters, I think he can have them. He's earned them. Where is she even getting all these scooters from? Where is she pulling them from? That backpack of hers? Oh, this is unpleasant to play. I can't grind on anything. I managed to grind once, but... Oh! Hey! Is that C up? Let's try that again. Because genuinely... Ow. Okay, C up is grind for some reason. That's not great. But at least we're learning. I'm not sure it's a good thing that we're learning about this game, but we are learning. Whoa. Do I have to actually hold C up the entire time? Yeah, I do. That's awful. You know, if it was just a toggle, like set it once and then you're good, and then jump off, that'd be one thing, but it's like, nope, you gotta hold it the entire time. Hey, I did a trick combo. Nice. I don't think we're getting all 30 wheels. I don't think we're getting a 30,000 point combo either. Hey, hand plant. If I could figure out how I did that, I'd just have to do that 30 more times and I'd actually get that extreme score. I don't know how I did that. Alright, cool. Well, we're pretty far away from the 3,000 combo they're asking for, but... Oh, let's see. We found 5 of 30. We grinded 594 feet. Got a best combo of 1,000 points, which I will point out was one move. We crashed 5 times. Landed 19 of 23 tricks. That's not bad. And we landed 16 of 20 combos. You know what? I will take that as a victory. And if you're watching on YouTube, this will be it for tonight. But I think I'll do another 5 more on Twitch, because why not? Let's get through this. But based on the past 5 games, would I recommend this cartridge? Well, okay, to be fair, Rally Challenge is a duplicate, so I'm not counting that. So no for that. Rampage 1 is better than the original arcade game. I don't think it's great, but for a couple bucks it might be fun. Rampage 2 I actually liked a decent amount. Rat Attack was interesting. I don't think it was a good game necessarily, but it was interesting and it might be a fun party game. And if you could find it cheap, it might be worth grabbing. Rayman 2, I know a lot of people really like this game. I, based entirely on my memories, don't. But I might have to try and go through Rayman 2 again at some point because, you know, maybe my tastes have changed. Maybe I will like it now, but I'll give that a pass. Razor is terrible, though. Based on these past 5 games, would I recommend this cart? Well, if you can ignore Razor Freestyle Scooter, yeah, it's decent. But anyway, again, if you're on YouTube, this will be it for tonight. But I hope you enjoyed. Feel free to follow the stream to check that out so you can see the stuff happen live and see it a little bit earlier because, I mean, the fact is this is going to show up on YouTube about a month later at the earliest. Subscribe to my channel, see everything else. And if you really want to make my day, check out the show's PayPal or Patreon. Support the show any way you can so that I can continue to do what I do to the best of my ability, which in this case is explore Rat Attack, which I've never heard of. And that was interesting. And that's why we're doing this. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Peace out, Internet.